Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Trudels Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Object 268 version 4. This is the Tier 10 Russian Collector Tank Destroyer, a vehicle that we can see Wargaming is actually selling for $34.99 in the stores. Is it a good deal? Well, that's everything I'll be breaking into for today's video. Now, normally I like to have the face cam on, but it's almost 3 a.m. I feel like death, so I figured I'd make the video on this tank as I saw it in the stores and then go to sleep. So, the Object 268 V4. What is good? What is bad? Armor-wise, it's great. Frontally, the lower plate is upwards of 340 millimeters thick with enhanced armor, which means that most Tier 10s are going to struggle to pen that. The superstructure is about 350, so it's going to be even harder to pen the superstructure. However, I should point out that if you slightly turn the tank to the right or the left, these little side cutouts that are angled are going to be incredibly weak to penetrate. So when you use this tank, essentially you want to keep your gun and hull facing directly towards whatever you're aiming at. That means you do not want to put yourself in a situation where there is more than one person looking at you unless they are literally dead center. Now the 268 version 4 carries a very nasty gun, dealing 690 damage per shot. That's enough to absolutely rock anybody's world, and it doesn't have terrible DPM either at around 2700. It's not good damage per minute by any means, but it's not bad, especially for a vehicle that plays like a heavy tank. What are the good things and bad things? Well, we talked about the armor, we talked about the alpha, now let's move on to the bad. And it has quite a bit of bad. First of all, its accuracy is one of the worst guns when it comes to that in the game. It's absolutely awful dispersion, its aiming time's actually okay, but yeah, you're going to have to be fairly close to your opponents to hit the majority of your shells. Add that into the fact that this vehicle is, well, it's a turretless tank destroyer, and it means that it doesn't really have a lot of health. You're sitting at, what is it, 2,000 with fully equipped, but because you want to be running enhanced armor, you're actually not even at 2,000 hit points. That creates a super painful playstyle with the vehicle, because essentially, well, you don't have as much HP as, let's say, any 100. That sits at, what, 2,900 hit points? You've got, yeah, 1850. So keep that in mind. You got to be super careful when dealing with opponents because they will just demolish you if they get the opportunity to shoot your sides. Do I think it's worth $34.99? Actually, I do think it's worth that. I don't think that it's a great deal, but I think it's a decent deal. And if this is the kind of tank that you've really been waiting to get, then go for it. I can't really say it's the most amazing vehicle. I've made a lot of reviews in the past saying that it's a pretty mediocre tank and that it's got a lot more hype than it really deserves, but it still is a pretty fun tank. It's got a big alpha, and I mean, it looks pretty cool, so I can't really say all too much against it. We're just going to chill here. We can see the enemy 57 heavy in front, and let's just go for his turret cheek. Boom! There you have it. That is the alpha for you. 762, and then you can see right on our lower plate is a bounce from a standard shell of that T57 heavy. Now you'll notice that I'm using this tank on flat ground, and that is because on flat ground the vehicle can actually work some gun depression. It has only 5 degrees of gun depression, which is absolutely awful. I'm a little cautious because I got detected, which I'm pretty sure is from that Type 68. Honestly, I'm just going to shoot an HE. Yeah, it's a nice 150 damage. You can see that Type 68 is still camping in the back, which kind of sucks, but we're fine so far. There you go. Another nice bounce from that 57 heavy. We're just going to chill here for the most part. He has to back off because he's a scaredy pants. And, alright, well, let's try and angle our tank straight. I want to get over towards this side over here. So let's try and do that right now. Don't get in front of me, yo. And nice. Okay. I don't know if they have a tank destroyer in the back. And it looks like they do. The 268 version 4. We can see that my heat shell can cut through the lower plate, but we can also see that the accuracy is trash. So keep that in mind. We're going to reload here. 6 more seconds to go. Reloading. 3, a 2, a 1, and okay, we have our shell. I'm not really too worried at this position. What? Okay. Well, once again, you can see the not so great pen of this vehicle being a bit poor, but we have block 1700 damage. We haven't been penned yet, So we've done some pretty good things this battle, just a bit unfortunate so far. Now this is a good example to showcase why you do not over-angle the 268 version 4. People really don't understand how weak the over-angling armor is, but if you do turn it even slightly to the left or the right, you become a very easy penetration for the majority of people aiming at you. This Type 71 gives me a very easy shot into his tank. We can see the enemy 268 version 4 bounces my front, and with that, we've done a pretty solid job. We've blocked almost 4,000 damage, and it's mostly because the enemy team doesn't really know how to counter this tank, but I'm going to take full advantage of that. Get a nice slap into the Type 68 for a big ol' slap-a-rooney. There you go, another nice bounce in the track wheel. 4,200 damage blocked now. And now we're just going to aim directly towards the Type 68. Now, the Type 68 does actually have quite a bit of pen, but I'm not too worried. Unfortunately, the shot does miss the Type. I'm really hoping that our team will finish off that enemy V4, because he's been alive for a lot longer than he should be, if I'm going to be completely honest. And I really don't want to get shot in the side trying to clear, but Type 68 stays out in the open. Oh, man, the gun, why you gotta be like that? Well, we can see the gun is bad. Like, it really is bad. There's nothing good to say about this gun apart from the alpha, which sucks. But let's see if I can finally clear this 268 and fire. There you go. That was actually extremely important. Now that that 268 is cleared, we got a lot less to deal with. Let's angle our hull towards the VK90. We do got the enemy Type 68 off to the side as well, which is something I have to be very, very cautious about. Oh boy, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. My team is just sitting behind, which is not good, but, ooh, 57 heavy there as well. Okay, well, let's angle it like this, and oh my god, you are very quickly noticing when this tank falls apart. Like, it falls apart fast. You don't realize it, but, oh, V4, why do you gotta do this to me? This gun is just sucking right now. It really is. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing literally the best I can in this situation. It's just this gun. If we could hit a shot, we would be way, way better off right now. Now, the good news is that we are up on base cap now, and we can see another player gets cleared on the enemy team. Looks like the 268 is trying to send me. He pens my teammate, but I'm not going to hit that. It's not even worth it. There you go. We got to win. So, you know what? I'll take it. We blocked an insane amount of damage this battle. In fact, this might be the most I've ever blocked in a tier 10 game. Well, let us take a look at how much we did block. We didn't do much damage. You saw, we did about 3,005, but we blocked 5,800 damage, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. So, that right there is about the best description I can give you of the Object 268 version 4. I'm not really going to play any more battles because I think that really showcased just about everything there is about the tank. Its armor is really good, but as soon as you start to get slight angles on it, it becomes absolutely terrible. And we saw that in play that game. So yes, I did block 6,000 damage, but I only did 3,000 damage. So it's not an overpowered tank. It's a really good tank, and people that do not understand how to penetrate it, yes, will do bad against it. But I could also make that same argument against most heavily armored vehicles. I still believe that you can do better in a tank like an E100 or probably even a VK72 because they've got pretty similar alpha, just a lot more HP to work with. But it is a good tank, and I think for the price tag, it's not bad at all. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.